Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by someone who has proved doubters wrong his entire career. MVP runner-up a season ago, Jalen Hurts.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Shedding the tackle. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. First carry for James Conner. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. A check on the numbers last week for Conner. 16 carries, 73 yards.
When a winning streak stretches this far, you start to wonder if a team is truly unstoppable. And here's a guy who's been very much a leg week after week. And even when teams have keyed on him and tried to slow him down, he's still gotten the job done enough to avoid a loss. Talking with him in pregame, though, he thinks that this week could be his biggest week yet.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Throwing is Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Higgins. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. An option handoff given to Conner. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Hurts sets up to throw it. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Once again, it's Conner. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. Escapes the sack. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Elijah Higgins with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cardinals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point good by Prater, and it's now a 7-0 game. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. In motion left goes Watson. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Carlson's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Finds his target, it's Swift along the sideline. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first. They run behind center with Connor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 27-yard line. These two teams all tied after 1. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. The throw over the middle taken in. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 16. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On 1st and 10 is Connor. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. The all-everything defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, the one who made the play there. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. From 17 yards out, and the Cardinals have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Reed Blankenship delivering the hit. Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson, and that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 43 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Cardinals are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. That was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the two corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
Oh, and now some space to operate. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
He'll get this up to about the 44.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Oh, you got deep?
2nd down. Here's Hurts.
Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Back to throw here. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
From the gun, it's Hurts. That's complete to Hutchinson.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have one remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll toss this out right for Connor. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Prater's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
Kayvon Thibodeau. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Allen.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship.
And did he get in? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Connor. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Again, it'll be Connor. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Prater's kick is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one.
Check back 16. Check back 16. Come on, let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
And they'll send Watson in motion right.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52. Alert. Get the ball. New mic 52. Mic 52.
A final shot before half for Allen. That one caught downfield by Watson. Through the middle of the field.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Now Carlson for the extra point.
And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. So we have
halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now.
Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but Hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp.
It got his man complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Falcons. Christian Watson
With his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game.
And the Falcons come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that will put them on top here in the third. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Yeah, they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
From the 35, here's second and a yard. Play action. Here's Hurts. He's got this one to Hutchinson.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Now back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Second and 10.
Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. From the gun, a give to Connor. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Back to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw.
Hurts fumbles it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time.
So a response there to the touchdown of the opening drive of this 3rd quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
In motion left goes Watson.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. To throw, it's Allen. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Deebo Samuel. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 5. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Hurts throw caught by Higgins.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. Prater's kick is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2.
So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10.
Samuel going to go in motion right.
Allen now on 1st down.
Open man left side. Shaheed has it.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. And they'll send Watson in motion right.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Alert, alert, alert. Check 52's the Mike. Check 52's the Mike.
Here's Allen to throw it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Cards are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Over the middle, complete. It's Higgins. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Connor up the middle. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Again, a run with Connor. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Let's go, defense.
He'll look to throw. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This for a fourth quarter lead. Prater's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy, and they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down. Josh Allen, he says that he wants to continue to perfect executing the run-pass option. Looked pretty good there.
And he's put in the minds of all people trying to defend him that his legs create big plays. So guess who benefits?
His running back.
You no doubt about it, and we just saw it there.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
to the air. Allen. Dancing to his left.
That's taken in by Watson.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
Now Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Touchdown! Deebo Samuel, 53 yards.
And the Falcons use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead.
So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally.
Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And the Falcons grab it. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6.
Carlson on for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. All eyes on the Cardinals now. Down by 2 touchdowns. Just over a minute 40 to play. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a set, Hurts fumbles it,
and the Falcons grab it.
He may go.
And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
Now Carlson for the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
But first down, Hurts.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Throwing is Hurts.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
52's the mic. Come on. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Not today, you are. Not today. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Alert. Come, baby. Woo! 52's the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Here we go. Here we go.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Atlanta, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again.